Hi guys, Yacca here. So I have rather been enjoying a stealth aggressive rogue build, the one you see here. Things has been working really well with the build, and it's not even too expensive. We do have one legendary in here, which is Dr. Krastinov, and any kind of weapon build for rogue and warrior seems like it could use Dr. Krastinov going forward. Simply very good legendary in that regard. But the rest of the deck, it's really aggressive, and you are drawing a lot of cards. You have your secret passages. Whenever you deplete your hand, you just throw whatever's left to the side, and then you draw 5 more. And Secret Passage is really making the deck come together. And as you'll see in the gameplay, just you are able to push out so much damage over a short period of time, and that is really difficult for your opponent to keep up with what you can push forward. Honorable mentions in the deck is there's a bit of different takes for it. I tried a hooked scimitar with no self-sharpening swords. I think the damage over time for the self-sharpening sword is a little bit more consistent, so I found another deck. It has both, but hooked scimitar is more of a finishing burst, or you can use it if you haven't drawn your self-sharpening swords. But the weapon side is really where you're able to consistently over time push some damage. And I would say for whenever you want to keep something in the mulligan, you want to go for your 1-drops, your Spy Mistress, your Walk-in Infiltrators. Warm Thief is not a 1-drop, because you need to be able to combo it, and you can generate like fireballs and ice bolts, a lot of direct damage as well. At one point I won a game against a really aggressive druid which managed to go on the board, and I only had like 4 life left. And then I threw down the Warm Thief and froze his entire board, and essentially locking him out of the game, and off that managed to spiral into a win, pushing him down from like, I think it was 20 points of life left on his face, and just through that one turn freeze, I managed to pull out a win. So it might be a little bit different what you're searching for with the Warm Thief, but generally it's a really good card to get some damage that you don't really have access to, or maybe dealing with a light board or stuff like that. So it keeps the games fresh, and it poses some surprises towards your opponent. But it's not a 1-drop. So Spy Mistress, Walk-in Infiltrator, those are the ones that you really want on 1, but you also want to keep your self-sharpening swords, just one of them, of course. So you keep a sword and you keep your 1-drops, or else you do a mulligan for those. If you are against an aggressive deck, aggressive opponent, they are playing a class that only kind of have a viable aggressive build, you can choose to keep a backstab, also to combo different, have the combo possibility, for instance for hooked scimitar. You don't want to keep it in your starting hand, but cutting class is great to draw into, because you will generally have some really strong and powerful weapons, which allows you to draw like 2 cards for 1 or 0 mana. It just cycles through the deck, finding your eviscerates, finding your sinister strikes, weapon buffs, and all that kind of stuff. There is a chance that it will essentially fizzle out if you're against an opponent which has a lot of healing, or if your opponent is, if you kind of whiff on drawing your 1-drops and stuff like that, and they're more aggressive on the board. Other than that, like if you have up against this really heavy control build with a lot of healing, or that you fizzle out, then you're really in a very good spot to take the games. Yeah, I think that's enough said right now. I'll be trying the deck out even more, and I might feature some more gameplay with this. But right now, I am dropping like several hundred ranks in Legend, and this is working really well. I think we should head on in and see some gameplay and see what we have here. Up against another rogue, and it's probably also the aggressive build.
I am the iron hand of justice.
If I don't whiff, then it's actually quite good to go first. I want my 1-drops or self-sharpening swords. Okay. Well, off to a bad start because I don't get any of it. Alright. If he doesn't do anything on one, that's also good. Could be a Galacront rogue. But they're rare. Right now it's probably gonna be Hooked Scimitar. Okay, 2 secret passages.
Justice is mine.
Nah, I just want to go face with that one. And I guess actually also with this one. Because then he'll trade into that one, of course, but then I can replay it and use Eviscerate on the next turn. Rogues do not run a lot of healing, and I think I am more inclined to win if I just push face damage from the very beginning. Could also be that he trades and has drawn a Titanic Lackey and taunts up his what is that called? Evil Miscreant. But then I can use Eviscerate to punch through.
Swiftly. I wonder.
It seems like he's having a tough turn. And it's a little bit more difficult. I can't blame the Eviscerate. It's actually quite a fine turn for him.
I wonder.
We will do this.
Justice is
I want to get
mine.
rid of some damage. Can't use secret passage for anything and can't draw into only 0-cost things would be spells, which are more expensive as it is right now. Maybe I need to see if I can get some kind of light board clear with the Want Thief.
Brotherhood shall prevail.
Alright, Sinister Strikes. 8, 10, 14. And we've got 1 turn left. And how much burst do I have on the next turn?
I wonder.
6, that's 3, 7, 11. Could also be lucky to get a board freeze with a Warp Thief. But I think I want to see some other options here. Crashed enough could be fine.
Quickly.
Let's see. Warp Thief. Frost Nova. That's exactly what I was looking for. I'll use this one. Frost Nova.
Justice is mine.
I think this is really amazing when this is possible. And then I have 11, 4, 8, 11, 15, 15. Then it is 12. Oh, come on. Should I see if we can get another board freeze? How much can I stack on the next turn? Like 2, 5, 9, 10, 14. And use both of those. Right now I need 6 points of damage. Can I survive in the next turn? 3, 4, 5, 6, 14. Unless he has an eviscerate. Alright, we lose 6 points of damage.
Quickly.
Get that one for free. That one.
A cruel fate awaits you in the ashes. Guaranteed magic.
There we go. This should actually be enough. Alright. So even if he clears the 2, 3, 3s, and that one, I have.
Share your thoughts with the class.
Uh-oh.
Now.
I wasn't expecting a priest legendary which could swap hands. 4 secrets. What? That's a bunch of garbage hands. It's a complete garbage hand. Ow. Oh, jeez. What do I want to get? I can drop all the secrets
I wonder.
and then push him back.
Don't let the door hit you. Justice is mine.
Why not? Ambush is not going to do anything. It might be that I can still pull it off. And he only wins if he draws a Eviscerate.
Quickly.
But that won't change if I do the trade.
Your fate.
Or just push face. Hey, and I get Edwin. There we go. So let's see if he draws lethal. He needs to draw it now. Or else I win. And he knows because he's seen my hand. That's ambush. There shouldn't be any reborn cards which has charge or anything. He can get a restless mummy and clear some of the board, and that's it. But that's still lethal. I think I got this, boys. Is there any taunt? There is, but that would cost 7. So that's ambush. Ah, we got it. We got it. You can have the ambush. That's fine. Poof. Explode.
My hand is full.
Explode. Okay. Not on my side though.
Hove in the shadows.
You fell right into my trap.
Just playing some cards. Winning the game. Perfect. Even though it kind of seemed like we were really behind in that game and he had some really crazy generation out of that random legendary, we still managed to pull it off. So if you do have the cards, I think that you should consider, if you don't have Dr. Krastinov, don't craft him. You can put in Captain Greenskin, you can put in some other weapon buffs, you can even put in a Wolf Rider for a little bit more burst if you want to. But if you do have the other cards, the epics in here, you could definitely go for it. But don't craft Dr. Krastinov. You'll definitely see some good results with the deck, even though you use some other cards which gives a little bit more damage. Or if you have Captain Greenskin, again, use him. Usually Dr. Krastinov only gets his attack off once, and therefore many times it has a little bit more upside, but it is many times just only as good as Captain Greenskin. That said, I think the deck is performing really well, and as you can see, we're getting some good legend ranks here, and thanks for watching, guys.